See where that lock is sort of connected right there? You kind of got to split that. See right there? Pardon that lint. Where those locks at the root seemingly have combined. Right? That's something that I got to go back and subscribe button right now. And just to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Definitely want to smash that like button to boost this video up in the YouTube algorithm. Also want to make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you stay notified on all the posts the moment I post. Alright? Let's get to the video. Now this video has actually been a pretty popular subject, you guys. Every time I get on camera, a lot of times I get like side comments about when am I going to get my next retwist? Why haven't I retwisted? You know, what are some of the reasons why I'm not? You know, so I think this video is going to be perfect to sort of give you guys some details, okay? So first and foremost, let me explain some of the pros to not retwisting. When we're retwisting our locks, especially for those of us who have manicured locks, that retwisting and manipulation that we consistently subject our hair to is just, it's not really natural. Like, it's natural in the sense that you're going to yield like a natural hairstyle, but it's not really natural in the sense that like our scalp and hair is used to it. So by reducing the frequency at which I retwist my locks, I'm reducing on the tension and the amount of times I am putting that little micro level of stress on my scalp. This is going to help you out with things like thin locks over time. One important thing to note is if you do retwist your hair too much, this absolutely can result in lock thinning. In some cases, it can also result in traction alopecia and bald spots. So it's important to understand here that reducing that retwist frequency absolutely has some benefits. In addition to thinner locks at the root, it can also prevent you from having a lock completely come out altogether. So you don't want that. All right, that is pro number one. So the second pro, you guys, and this one is my personal favorite, the fact that your locks will thicken out by minimizing your retwist. Now, I know this is basically just the flip side of the other reason, but the reality of it is, especially if you have more mature locks, as your locks are budding, as you're washing them, as they're getting frizzy and tangling, your roots are actually going through that locking process just fine without a retwist. Just reducing that manipulation, reducing that stress is always a beautiful thing, especially if you're somebody who enjoys that natural, full-looking lock aesthetic. All right, which actually brings me to pro number three. I'm not a person who enjoys that scalpy look at all. That fresh retwist look for a lot of people is beautiful because they get that fresh retwist, they get that style, they go out, they flip their hair, whatever they do, and they feel good about themselves. That's great. But for me, my favorite feeling is maybe about 2 to 3 weeks after that retwist when I get that good second wash or third wash, depending on how frequent I'm washing. And it's just that nice length. It's just those full roots, and that scalp is just completely covered. You can see the full volume of my hair. It just looks amazing. That's my personal favorite look. I'm not a fan of the scalpy look. So you can definitely get this look by reducing your retwist, reducing that manipulation, and reducing that tension.
I got no fans, bro.
For you guys who are utilizing
Just getting this dog ass,
my
bro.
wife that's able to do my retwist.
I can't wait till I get clouded, bro.
Lucky me. For a lot of you guys, that's not the case. You know, a lot of you guys are having to go to a loctician and pay.
When I get clouded, bro, I'm gonna be holly to everyone, bro. I'm gonna cut off a lot of niggas, bro.
Do a wash, retwist, and all that stuff. That's crazy. By reducing your retwist, you're also reducing your cost, okay? The amount of time that you're wasting sitting in that chair, sitting under the dryer, maybe getting a cut. You really don't want to have to use all your coins, especially in a pandemic right now. I know at least me, right? But yeah, pro number four, you also get to save some money. I would be remiss if I made this video and told you guys that it's all peachy, that reducing your retwist absolutely has no negative impact or no cons whatsoever. That would be okay. First con that I want to give to you guys is really just the general aesthetic. Everyone is not going to like the natural look. Some of you guys are bound by the perception of your customer base or really your management. A lot of you guys can't afford to go in places with non-manicured locks. And this is definitely going to be a con for you guys. If you're reducing your retwist, depending on what stage of locks you're on, you absolutely could produce a more frizzy look. Natural look ain't for everybody. So I definitely want to let you guys know that that is one glaring con, especially if you're in that starter to intermediate phase. It could be a very rough time for you. Now, this second con is one that we all deal with. For those of you guys in that mature phase,